Hi, I'm going to show you an absolutely amazing radio here today. I was lucky enough to find one of these babies on a flea market, a ham flea market in Denmark. You usually don't come by this kind of radio every day, so I had to have one, and you will probably understand why in a little while, because I'm going to show you a little bit about this radio. This is an Icom IC-R9000. This is the rarest of the rarest of the rarest. It was used by the government and by surveillance operators, etc., surveillance vans all over the world, and it's so expensive that normal persons really couldn't afford one. I certainly couldn't in my days, but I remember how cool this thing was and I always wanted one. Now, many years later, I found one on the flea market, and it was in pristine condition. Try to find one on eBay, and I can tell you it's not easy. Okay, let's check this baby out, see what it can do. I'm just turning it on here. There's a CRT, cathode ray screen here. And as you can see, I got a terminal thing going on here, which I'm coming back to you. I'm just going to show you the other stuff. It can receive everything. This baby here covers from about 50 hertz, if not 50 kilohertz, to 1998 megahertz, I think. It's almost 2 gigahertz. And it has all the bands. It has FM, wide FM, AM, SSB, LSB, USB, CW, FSK, etc., etc. It has all the modes. And it has all the bandwidths. You can use it for literally anything. You can even use it to receive old-fashioned analog television on it. I'm not going to show you that, but I'm going to show you something really cool you can do with this thing. A little known fact about this thing, but I'm coming back to that. Now I'm just going to give you a general demonstration of how it works. I am going to switch some preset channels now. There you go.
Mer pengar, annat EU-kort.
And yes, you can use it to receive normal FM radio, and very high quality as well. But that's kind of a waste on such an incredible radio like this. You can use it for literally anything that has something to do with communication. You can't transmit with it unless you have an external unit. But you can use it to monitor all kinds of traffic that's going on in the air. I'm going to show you something really special with this thing. Very few people that know this unit knows that it has a terminal monitor inside, which means you could connect an external radio modem connected to it, which means you can connect all kinds of different modems. You don't have to be restricted to modes built inside of a radio. Let's say many ham radios today comes with built-in packet and CW decoders. With this thing, you can just connect any modem you want, and you'll be able to read off whatever goes through the airways directly on the screen, instead of being depending on an external computer, which means you can turn it on instantly, and you can read whatever's going on here directly, which is amazing. I mean, it's a great thing. And can you imagine a thing like this being over 20 years old? Well, they stopped production in 1998 to 2000, I believe. So it's not that old, and it's relatively high-tech even by today's standard. Alright, no more chit-chat. I'm going to show you exactly how this thing works. Alright, this is the main screen. As you can see, this is a CRT screen. It's now in scope mode, which means whatever I'm receiving can be seen on the scope, on the spectrum scope. Right now I have the radio amateur frequency 144.800, which is packet radio for radio amateurs around in Scandinavia. Here is a packet radio modem. Actually, it's a multi-modem controller that can do CW, FSK, packet, many other modes. And I'm going to turn this one on now, because this IC-R9000 has a special mode built in called terminal. It can actually be able to display whatever is going through the modem directly on the screen itself on the radio, so you need no computer to do this. But of course you must have set up the modem in advance so it has the right baud speed, communication speed between the radio and the multi-mode controller. Okay, enough talk. I'm going to go into the menu now, and I'm going to set it up for terminal mode. So what I'm doing, I'm going into menu here. I am pressing it once more to get to the second menu and selecting terminal. Now you can see the demonstration going on the screen. I'm going to zoom in for your pleasure so you can see easier what's going on. Alright, I'm going to turn on the modem now, because right now you can see it's in demonstration mode. The IC-R9000 from Icom is now demonstrating how the terminal works and what kind of settings you have available for you. But I'm going to turn on my modem, the external modem, and you're going to see what's happening on the screen when I do that. Now the modem presents itself. It's Advanced Electronics Application. It's a DSP2232 in this case, connected to the RS232 port. Now I have the packet frequency, as you can see here, and you can see it receives its first sentence right here from Denmark, Oscar 0 Papa Yankee, etc., etc. In Denmark we're using global SSID. I do APRS Denmark DK. Yeah, it's advertising for itself, obviously. Some kind of channel I found on, some kind of communication I found over the year. We got nice weather here today, so that's probably why I can receive Denmark's Danish packet on UHF on the 2 meter band. But as you can see, it's actually pretty practical, because you can decode whatever's going on in the airwaves directly on the screen, on the radio screen. That's very practical. I'm going to explain to you how you can connect it yourself to any modem. There's a data in connection behind on the IC-R9000 receiver. You connect to pin 1 the output of pin 2 on your RS232 modem. That is the data communication. And pin 5, if you have a 9-pin RS232 on your modem, you connect that to pin 4, which is GND on this receiver. If you do that and set it up in the menu here, what kind of speed you want, you should be able to do the same thing I've done. Be able to see whatever's going on in your modem directly on your radio screen. It's very practical, it's very easy, and not many radios have this feature. So it's a great radio. I can definitely recommend it. But understand that if you find one on eBay, be aware of there's many of these that has problems, lacking buttons. They're fairly expensive to buy, and they could come broken. A normal thing that's broken on these things is the CRT. The CRT here happened to be really, really fresh. As you can see, it's super strong. So I was lucky with mine, and everything works on this one. But I generally recommend changing all the capacitors on this radio. So that's it for now. Bye bye and take care, and I hope you get lucky and can find a beautiful radio like this yourself. It's definitely worth it.